pretty excited. I'm not sure whether it's going to tickle anyone else's fancy, but it has my spirit stirred up prior to even preaching it. Brother James, if you can abide right there, don't go too far from those keys tonight. I don't know that this is shouting material for anybody, but Fusion is shouting material for us. As we're getting ready to go on a miraculous mission ourselves, I'm excited. We've got some details coming in October that will sound a little bit crazy. That's going to be my question for the next 15 minutes. Bree, can you pull that question up? Is it ever better to act crazy? Sister Karen, don't get too excited with that word, amen? If you ask anybody in the Caesar home, they would probably tell you yes. But our Bible has a long list of people who did some crazy things. Some out of this world things. Our present day church has a pretty extensive list of people who have done some crazy things. Today I want to talk about one of the crazy ones. One of the saints from long ago. A saint that actually walked this earth at a time when people followed God through both thick and thin. A saint that walked the earth at a time that when the rest of the people in the world thought he was crazy, he did it anyway. A saint that at that time was a little different than what seems like now. Or maybe not. Maybe Fusion, as we continue in this series, maybe as you grow closer to God, he'll begin to change you and he'll start to tweak your wants, he'll start to tweak your desires, and you might start thinking a little bit crazy.
Amen.
I believe that one day this very church that you're sitting in will once again start expecting things and believing things that seem out of this world. I believe that there's a time coming when we'll no longer fit in as well as we used to. I believe there's a time that's coming that the things that you used to do, you don't want to do anymore. I believe a time is coming that the places you used to go, you don't want to go anymore. The language you used to use, you don't want to use anymore. This actually happens. It actually happened to me. And it's happened to thousands and thousands of others who were here before us. I'll stop by for the next 12 to 15 minutes to let you know that God's kingdom is often unlike the kingdom of this world.
Amen.
And the more you walk in his kingdom, the more crazy you're going to look. The more you walk in God's kingdom, the more crazy you're going to look. Y'all don't hear me tonight, but I got to preach again tomorrow morning to some folks who might be listening. I believe that there will be a day that comes when people don't understand you. You're going to start looking different than those around you. Do you know that sometimes to get something you've never gotten, you've got to do something you've never done? Sometimes you have to look, act, and even think a little crazy. Can I show you what I'm talking about? We're going to talk about Noah tonight. We're going to talk about Noah and the building of this ark. Those of you who have eyes that can see, please place them in your Bibles or on the outside screens as we read through this text. Genesis is chapter 6, verses 11 through 16, then verses 19 through 22. For those of you taking your notes, please get ready to write amen, because we are going to do something crazy. Those of you who are looking for a home church and have not made it here yet, I'm going to give you an opportunity to make a good, honest decision tonight, because we're getting ready to do something crazy. But there's some stuff that comes with crazy engagements. Let's look at Noah's life. Verse 12. God saw how corrupt the earth had become, for all the people on the earth had corrupted their ways. So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of these very people. Mighty God. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. 14. So make yourself an ark of cypress wood. Make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch or a type of tar inside and out. 15. This is how you are to build it. The ark is to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, 30 cubits high. Then go and make a roof for it, leaving below the roof an opening of 1 cubit high all the way around. Then I want you to put a door inside the side of the ark and make it lower, middle, and upper decks. Verse 19. You are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, to keep them alive with you. 20. 2 of every kind of bird, of every kind of animal, and of every kind of creature that moves along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. 21. You are to take every kind of food that is to be eaten and store it away as food for you and food for them. Tell somebody, food for you and food for them. And then Noah did everything just as God commanded him. You ready? Let's get through this, amen, so that we can get into some air-conditioned places. 3 very interesting points I found as Noah gets ready to embark on this out-of-this-world engagement. There are 3 things that came with Noah's out-of-this-world experience. There are 3 things that came with Noah as he was getting ready to do something crazy. Here they are. Noah's engagement came with details, his engagement came with demands, and his engagement came with a decision. Noah's engagement came with details. Verse 14 through 16, this is what he said. He said, in terms that we can understand, I want you to build an ark, Noah, that's 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. And I want you to make an 18-inch small window. This sounds crazy to me. But the task that Noah was given came with step-by-step instructions. It came with detailed instructions. Noah was about to do some out-of-this-world stuff, and God the Father was completely behind it. Noah was given a crazy task, but the Father was all the way in the task. So what I'm telling you is that God was in on his craziness. Now listen, he actually orchestrated this whole crazy idea. God the Father, God himself, the one that sits high and looks low, was actually the one that orchestrated this craziness. So God gave Noah piece by piece instructions. He gave him directions, he gave him provisions, he gave him the layout, he gave him the outcome, and he gave him the strength to do it. Can you tell somebody God supplied?
Amen. God supplied.
So even though it was completely out of this world, God supported it.
Thank you, Lord.
Even though the idea seemed crazy, God supported it.
Thank you, Jesus.
Good evening, lights.
Yes.
Let me bring it a little closer to home. I've seen some church folks do some out of this world stuff. seen some people within the church do some out of this world stuff. I've seen some people in my home do some out of this world stuff. I've seen some people in my family do out of this world stuff. The only difference between our out of this world stuff and Noah's out of this world stuff is that oftentimes you can't tell me that God is behind your out of this world stuff.
Right.
Oftentimes you can't tell me that God orchestrated the mess that you're about to do. You can't tell me that God is in the middle of blessing all of that craziness. You can't tell me that this is God. You can't tell me that God told you to act a fool. You can't tell me that God told you to desert your family. God didn't tell you to commit adultery. God didn't tell you to be selfish. God didn't tell you to leave those kids. You cannot tell me that God is behind some of your out of this world stuff. And since you can't tell me that God orchestrated it, you know what the church ends up doing? You end up blaming it on Google or Facebook. I try. Can't nobody in this church tonight tell me that a cinnamon challenge came from God. Some of the foolishness that you do is not orchestrated by God. But then we get real churchy. And when we blame it on Facebook and that doesn't work, and we blame it on Google and that doesn't work, who do we always resort to last? The devil.
Right.
Made me do it.
Right.
Noah was doing some crazy stuff and it came with details. But I'm telling you, when we start listening to the devil, you're actually more crazy than Noah.
Right.
When your response is the devil made you do it, you're actually crazier than Noah. Because when is the last time the devil told you to do something and it actually turned out right?
Right.
So what are you saying, Pastor? Simply, I'm on my way to the next point. What I'm saying is that oftentimes these out of this world things that we do, they come with details. But who's giving you the details for the crazy stuff that you're doing? Where do the details come from? Do they line up with the scripture? Do they line up with the text? Because Noah was given details. He said 450 feet long and 75 feet here. We do some crazy stuff, church.
Yeah.
But God's not in it. God's not in it. This gets better. It gets encouraging. Second thing. First thing that these out of this world things come with are details. Second thing is demand. Look at what this says. He says, Noah, you are to bring into the ark 2 of all living creatures, male and female, and you are to keep them alive with you. I want you to bring 2 of every bird, 2 of every animal, 2 of every creature that moves on the ground. And not only do I want you to bring the creatures, but I want you to bring in food for you to eat and food for them to eat. 2 animals of every kind, food for the animals and food for yourself. Listen, Noah's crazy stuff came with some demands. He said, feed the animals and feed yourself. Oftentimes when God gives us a mission, when he gives us a task, it comes with some responsibilities. If somebody's saying, well, your house is not clean because the vacuum cleaner doesn't work. But I stopped by tonight to tell you the vacuum cleaner doesn't work unless you plug it in.
Right.
Unless you live with T. Brother T has a vacuum cleaner that you push the button and it just goes all over the place and does it for him. I don't have a T vacuum cleaner. I always got to plug in. But what I'm saying is that we don't want to take responsibility. But Noah was given some responsibility. He says, listen, this is what I want you to do. Feed the animals and feed yourself. We sit around as a church, as a community of faith, and we say, but God, why ain't we growing? You sit around in the company and say, Pastor, why is nothing in my life changing? Why aren't we getting any better? You've been preaching about better since January and nothing's got better for me. I'm glad you asked. sometimes we're not getting the results because we're not listening to the demands. God has some demands oftentimes that we're not following.
Oh, Jesus. Help us,
I'm
Lord.
going to preach in a minute if just the lights say amen. He said, I want you to take 2 of every animal, feed the animals, and feed yourself. You know what's funny? My family and I used to have 2 dogs. And in the midst of having these 2 dogs, we had a couple of fish. Zaria had a turtle. And I'm telling you that this was a task to keep those, amen, Shazers. This was a task to keep these animals fed, to keep these animals behaving. I had a boy dog and a girl dog. One of my dogs got saved. And I should catch that later. And the other one, this was kind of born in a Christian household. You following me? So, yeah, anyway. So, we had to make sure that they just wanted to behave and play nicely and so on and so forth. And that was a tough task for us. But can you imagine this task of having 2 lions and 2 bears and 2 zebras and 2 camels and 2 horses and 2 cheetahs and 2 elephants? Can you imagine the task?
Right.
Can you imagine the amount of responsibility? And then not only do you have to bring these animals in here and make them get along and behave, but you've got to feed them and feed yourself. Watch this. I think we do a pretty good job with feeding our animals. Anybody here, dog lover? Dogs? Got dogs? How many of you have read online where they say that you should not be feeding your dog food that starts with grain? You read that? It should actually not be corn first, but it should be chicken, or right? You guys read that? And so I grew up again in a dog culture, and so when we were raising dogs to be Mr. Cow, we would make sure that we got Ookanuba and Blue Buffalo, and we would get all of the best food for our dogs, right? And I thought that was a pretty good thing. But if we get understanding on what the dogs shouldn't eat,
Right.
is Pastor allowed to have permission to maybe suggest a few things you ought not eat?
Yes. Help us, Lord.
I mean, maybe things like The Modern Family,
Oh.
Love Island, X on the Beach. Pretty much anything on HBO you probably ought not eat.
Right.
I'm meddling now. I told you you could choose a church at the end. Let me finish. It's crazy to me, Cairo, how we feed the cat fancy feast, savory chicken and turkey, but we don't make it to Bible study.
Help us, Lord.
Amen, astronaut. How come the cat gets to eat savory chicken and turkey fancy feast, but you will never open up your Bible, never make it to Bible study, don't want to join a small group, but the cat eats like a prince?
Help us, Lord.
There's a lot of churches in that line.
Yeah.
This one's about to do something crazy though.
Amen.
And so Noah was told to feed the animals and himself. And we do a pretty good job feeding the animals, but oftentimes we're not concerned with what we're eating. I'm getting to the last point. Brother James, we're going to walk up out of here, amen. I pray that you guys walk back in here because this is some out of this world stuff that we're getting ready to do. So before you do out of this world stuff, before you get ready to do something crazy, remember that Noah's life came with details. And the details came from God himself. Noah's mission also came with demands. There was some responsibility for him. Nothing from nothing typically leaves you with a whole lot of nothing. And then Noah's mission also came with a decision. Look at this. Genesis 6:22. Brother James, he said, Noah did everything just as God commanded him. Oh, yeah. This is the place where you can actually start to change this thing around. So, simply saying this. Fusion, God said you can believe me or not. You can trust me or not. You can obey me or not.
Right.
You can listen or not.
Right.
You can try it or not. Build it or not. Follow me or not. You can come with me or not.
Jesus.
And the craziest part about the decision as I sit down is that up until this point in Scripture, it had never ever mentioned it raining.
Right.
Now, watch this. Up until this place in Scripture, it had never mentioned raining in the Bible. So he gets these crazy details. He's got this crazy demand. And then he's got to exercise some crazy faith because it's never happened before. What are you trying to say, Pastor? I'm trying to say this. That there may be something that the Father is calling you to create.
Hallelujah.
But you're getting scared in your place because it's never happened before. So you're saying, Pastor, nobody in my family has ever done this before. Nobody my age has ever done this before. No church in Elmira has ever done this before. But I stopped by to tell you today that's exactly what makes it seem out of this world.
Right.
That's exactly what makes it crazy. Do you know that before the Virgin Mary was taken over by the Holy Ghost, no one had ever gotten pregnant like that before?
That's right.
Do you know that before Jesus was born in that manner, no one ever did that before? And so yes, this message is not a lot of shouting if you're fighting with a lot of fear. But this message could be a lot of shouting if you're actually willing to take the next couple seconds and listen to what God has you here for. Listen, the air conditioning is off. You had every reason in the world tonight to stay home. You had every reason to turn around once you stopped by here. But instead, I believe he wanted to speak specifically to just a small group tonight. Half of the church is on vacation. They're at basketball tournaments. They're in places that didn't allow them to be here. But you are here. And maybe even you have this idea or you've heard this thing to do something absolutely crazy. But you've been getting cold feet. Maybe he told you to do something crazy 10, 15 years ago, and now you think that it's too late. Maybe he's telling you to do something crazy right now. Maybe he's giving you the details. But maybe you got to the place where the demands seemed like they were going to be a little bit too much for you to handle. Maybe the demands seemed a little far out. And so your decision is starting to become a little shaky. Maybe you just want to ignore this message altogether. Maybe it's just easier to do that. But I told you I've been praying for this very church that we're going to do something that seems a little bit crazy. That we're going to be just like the people in the text. A friend of mine, Brother Jared Sanders, said this, and I love this statement. Faith isn't believing in God. It's just believing Him. Faith is not believing in God. It's just believing Him. As I ask you to close your eyes for just a moment. What is it that maybe God is birthing in your heart right now? Well, what is that decision? What is that turn? What is that choice? And you've been back and forth and back and forth with yourself because you said, but I believe in God. And He says, yeah, but faith isn't believing in me, it's just believing me. It's just believing that I said it's going to be okay. It's believing that I said it's going to turn around. It's believing what I said, period, about your life. And you're wrestling with this, but I've never seen it happen that way before. I've never done it before. What is that thing that he's talking to you about? What is that circumstance? What is that decision? Why did he make you come here? Why did he make you sit through this? Because you have a yes in your spirit. That's why you stayed here. You have a yes to hear what he has to say. Oh, but I'm afraid. You think Noah wasn't? But I don't know about this one. You think Noah did? Faith isn't just believing in God. It's believing Him. It may be a healing tonight that He's speaking to you about. And as much as you want to believe that He's able, there's things around you that are saying something different. Maybe it's a revival in a relationship or in your finances, in a marriage maybe. And you just said, no, I don't think so, Father. I don't think so. I don't know how you're going to do it. He says, yeah, that's what's going to make it out of this world when it happens. Yeah, but you're saying, well, this is easier for me to just come to church and I just really rather pastor preach and I can just shout and go home. I don't want to make any decisions. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to be out of this world. I just want to sit here and be here and I don't want to be bothered. But I really want all of the great things, God, that you give. I really want all of your love. I really need all of your love, but I just want to be regular. I'm not worthy to be out of this world. That's not who I am. That's not my lifestyle. That's what He created us to do. That's what He created us to do. I know it's tough to stand out, but it's even tougher to fit in. I know it's hard to stand out, but I'm telling you it's even harder to fit in. Out of this world. We're preparing to do some things that are out of this world. He's prepared you to do some things that are out of this world. But sometimes we worry and we believe that we're just average. Everyone that He's ever used was average. He does the stuff that's out of this world. So Father, we just submit this time to You.